All right, gentlemen, have a seat, grab a cup of coffee. Let's get down to business on one you're probably not going to like very much.
It is very funny to me that straight men don't seem to realize that the consequences of not stepping up around the house when you have been asked to are that you don't get to have a wife anymore.
Well, that's an interesting mindset to have. Apparently, men are too stupid to realize anything, first of all. And second of all, key to a relationship, the key to a good marriage, isn't love, isn't whether you respect one another or any of that. It's how much work he does around the house or how much work she thinks he does around the house.
Around 70% of divorces of straight couples are initiated by women, and that is because we get sick of men's refusal to do their share of the domestic and caring load.
Well, first of all, the number's closer to 80%, and it's 90% for those with a college education. But be that as it may, let's just take a moment to realize what she's saying here. Again, the priority is not love, respect, caring for one another. No, it's whether or not you did the dishes or vacuumed.
And we realize that we can be happier and do less work single.
Well, that's an interesting viewpoint, considering that my social media is flooded with a bunch of divorced women who are, let's just say, not so happy. Conversely, there are comments on my videos by the tens of thousands from men who are divorced that are saying, it was the best thing that ever happened to me. I'm living the good life.
Men are often blindsided by divorce, and that is because they don't seem to understand what it means when we are telling them that we need them to do more of the housework, more of the childcare, and that they need to take end-to-end ownership of specific domestic tasks without being asked.
In other words, you better be able to read our minds and meet our expectations, or we're going to dump your ass.
Men are scaffolded by a patriarchal system that
Blah, 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 the patriarchy. God, every single time.
shields them from the consequences of their own actions always. From rarely being punished for sexual assault, to being promoted in the workplace over women even when they are incompetent, to believing that they still get to have a wife even when they have let that wife get buried under domestic duties that she has asked for help with.
Ah, yes, the standard old tired feminist talking points. That men get away with SA and women don't, when the exact opposite is true. That men get promoted over women, when the data is showing it's the exact opposite. If that's what you're going to use, we're over it. We're not going to listen to it anymore because it's not true.
Showing us that they don't care if we're miserable, and they don't realize that there are consequences to that.
Really? And when was the last time a woman cared about a man's feelings or what he's going through at any point in the last 50 years? But the reality is it took men a while to realize that this was going on. But now we have. And we're done. We're walking away. Marriage rates are plummeting. In fact, the institution is finished. And as men now realize, we'll be far better off because we won't have to deal with this kind of mindset. But good news. You can go clean your house and take care of your cats. No problem.